What's going on, guys? This is Nick with Apex Aquatics, bringing you a tour of the 55-gallon planted setup. This is a 55-gallon planted low tech, South American tank. Got some electric yellows in here. If I can get it to focus in, there's the male right there. And we got 3 females, 2 there and 1 over there in the corner. It's the biggest one here. It's beautiful. Oops, it might be on camera apparently. There you go. You got old Gil up in the corner. He's been with me since day 1. Well, maybe like day 7. It's one of the very first fish I ever got right there. He's about this big when I got him. You see the PVC on the back. We actually have this one on a kind of a DIY sump setup. So it's got basically a PVC overflow on that one right there. Comes over through the top. We have a little valve on the top to pull the air out and start to overflow. Obviously comes back behind the tank. I got some lights up top, kind of show me what I'm doing. And they drop down to this little sump here, which basically just got some PVC container, or not PVC, Tupperware containers. And it's kind of like a trickle system almost. Most of this is submerged though. Realistically, it's not a trickle system, but I'll show you. This is on mostly just to keep the evaporation down. Now really I got the idea from Joey. Shout out Joey, King of DIY. He actually did a larger version of this on some 40-gallon breeders, and I just kind of adapted it to the 10-gallon. I mean, I couldn't fit a 40-gallon under here. Obviously I don't need one for a 55 anyway, so I did want the flexibility of being able to use whatever kind of media I wanted, and being able to cycle media here and pull it out into other tanks. Obviously I have some other tanks as well, and if I do some moving, or if I set up another tank, I'd like to be able to pull media out of this and go ahead and cycle that one relatively quickly. So I do keep a lot of extra media in here, more than I probably need for a tank of this size. I do have one of these eco stones in here as well. I normally don't use carbon on especially not on my planted aquariums, but I do have 1 bag of carbon in here right now, just because there was a little bit of kind of a tint, almost like a little bit of a tannin. I believe it was just from the driftwood initially. It had been in there for a little bit. It wasn't very noticeable at all, so I just put 1 bag of activated carbon. Go ahead and pull that out, and I'll remove that shortly. For biological, really I use the lava rock more times than not. It's just a really good alternative, much cheaper than some of the other medias you can buy. Not saying that the other medias don't work. Obviously you see I have some of this old Fluval. I believe it's Fluval. A couple other medias down here in the bottom. So basically there's holes cut in the top of these lids. You can see if I lift it here, I have holes cut in the top where the water just rains down onto the lava rock here. And on top of it I have, you see I got a nice coarse sponge on top, catching all the big particles, any piece of plant matter stuff. And then I order these rolls actually off of Amazon, and it's got the two different size, 2 different PPIs on there. So basically it's just a roll of this stuff here. So you got the more coarse stuff at the top, the white that goes up, and then obviously the finer is the blue at the bottom. And I kind of just double it up and put 2 layers underneath that coarse foam. It seems to work really well. As you can tell, the water's very clear, crystal clear water. You see there's some air bubbles moving around. Obviously I got quite a bit of air bubbles, but it does a very good job. I actually have another one of these coarse sponges down here at the bottom, where the bottom one of these is actually cut out on the front, so the water comes all the way down, is forced all the way through all the layers, and then out through the front where it comes through. I have some ammonia remover and a couple other things. I have an air stone underneath and another big bag of lava rock right there inside of this media bag, and then a eco stone. Now the eco stone's kind of a new thing. I'm just trying that out. I'll obviously have to do a review on that at some point and let you guys know my thoughts. I mean, so far so good. Seems to be doing a great job. I mean, it's almost kind of crumbly. One thing I'm not a big fan of is, you see down here at the bottom, it does give a lot of this kind of crumbly stuff off, which I'm not a huge fan of. As you can tell, this is definitely it's not a separated sump, so it's separated here where it trickles down, but obviously, you know, that stuff could easily get into my return pump and go back up into the tank. It doesn't often. I really have to be moving around a lot, and if I tend to be shuffling the media around, I turn the pumps off. So it doesn't seem to be an issue for me, but you know, it could be an issue for other people. Obviously, I got my bristlenose came out to say hello. Hey, buddy. So yeah, I mean, pretty much got the. It's been set up for about say 2 months now, month and a half, month and some change. Really enjoying it, really liking it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you want to see anything else, you want some more videos like this, definitely subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see. All right, appreciate it.